We're a million miles from Hanoi, kids. Forget the French cafes and the quiet, leafy boulevards. This is Ho Chi Minh City, the beating heart of Vietnam. A city that never sleeps. A place where the past and the future collide in a symphony of chaos and beauty. This city bears the scars of history, from the French colonial era to the American War. A past that's etched into the walls of its temples and the stories of its people. But it's also a city hurtling headfirst into the future, a place where gleaming skyscrapers cast shadows on ancient pagodas, and the aroma of street food mingles with the exhaust fumes of a million motorbikes. So buckle up, kids, because we're about to dive headfirst into the heart of this intoxicating city. We're going to explore its hidden alleyways, sample its culinary delights, and uncover the stories that make Ho Chi Minh City a place that will stay with you long after you've left. So you want to know what makes Ho Chi Minh City a must-visit. Let me tell you, it's not just one thing, it's the whole damn package. It's a city that grabs you by the throat and doesn't let go. A place where every sense is on high alert. Where you're constantly bombarded by a kaleidoscope of sights, sounds, and smells. You can wander through the crumbling grandeur of the French Quarter, marveling at the colonial architecture while sipping strong coffee at a sidewalk cafe, watching the world go by. Then just a few blocks away, you're in the heart of Chinatown, haggling for bargains in the bustling markets, the air thick with the scent of incense and exotic spices. And then there's the food. Oh man, the food. This city is a culinary playground. A place where you can eat like a king for pennies on the dollar. You can grab a bowl of steaming pho from a street vendor for breakfast, savor the delicate flavors of a banh mi sandwich for lunch, and feast on fresh seafood at a bustling night market under the stars. But it's not just the food, the history, or the architecture that makes Ho Chi Minh City so special. It's the people. They're survivors, these people. They've been through more than most of us can even imagine, but they still greet you with a smile and a warm welcome. They're resilient, resourceful, and full of life, and their energy is infectious. You can't help but get swept up in the rhythm of the city, the constant hum of activity, the sense that anything is possible. Ho Chi Minh City is a city that stays with you long after you've left. It gets under your skin, into your soul. It's a city that challenges you, excites you, and ultimately changes you. It's a place where you can lose yourself in the crowd, find yourself in the chaos, and leave a piece of your heart behind. Now, let's talk about what this town is known for, the places that draw travelers from all corners of the globe. We're talking about landmarks steeped in history, places where the past whispers through the walls, where you can almost feel the weight of the stories they hold. First up, we've got the Reunification Palace, a symbol of Vietnam's turbulent past. This place has seen it all, from the fall of Saigon to the end of the war. Walking through its halls is like stepping back in time, a sobering reminder of the human cost of conflict. Then there's the Notre Dame Cathedral, a stunning example of French colonial architecture, its twin spires reaching towards the heavens. It's a place of peace and tranquility, a stark contrast to the hustle and bustle of the city outside. But Ho Chi Minh City isn't just about grand buildings and historical monuments. It's also about the energy of the streets, the sights, sounds, and smells that assault your senses at every turn. Take a stroll down Dong Quoi Street, the city's main shopping drag, and you'll be greeted by a dizzying array of shops, boutiques, and street vendors hawking everything from designer knockoffs to traditional handicrafts. Or head over to Ben Thon Market, a sensory overload of colors, aromas, and sounds, where you can haggle for everything from fresh produce to souvenirs. And then there are the festivals. The Vietnamese know how to celebrate, and Ho Chi Minh City is the epicenter of it all. From the Lunar New Year celebrations to the Mid-Autumn Festival, the city comes alive with color, music, and dancing. But what truly makes Ho Chi Minh City so special is its people. The Vietnamese are some of the friendliest, most welcoming people you'll ever meet. They're always willing to lend a helping hand, even if you don't speak a word of their language. They're proud of their city, their culture, and their history, and they're eager to share it with visitors. So don't be afraid to strike up a conversation, ask for directions, or even try your hand at a few Vietnamese phrases. You'll be surprised at how far a little effort can go. Alright, let's get down to brass tacks. You want to experience Ho Chi Minh City like a seasoned traveler, not a wide-eyed tourist, right? Well, listen up. First things first, transportation. Forget about taxis, forget about buses. In this town, it's all about the motorbikes. Millions of them, zipping and weaving through the streets like a school of fish on amphetamines. It's a symphony of chaos, a ballet of near misses, and it's the most exhilarating way to experience the city. Now, I'm not saying you should hop on the back of a motorbike without a care in the world. This ain't no amusement park ride, folks. But if you're feeling adventurous, hail a Xiom, a motorbike taxi, and hold on tight. Just make sure you negotiate the price beforehand, and don't be afraid to haggle. These guys are pros. They know how to get you where you need to go, and they'll probably tell you a story or two along the way. Now, when it comes to the best time to visit, Ho Chi Minh City is pretty much a year-round destination. But if you're looking to avoid the rain, the best time to come is during the dry season, which runs from December to April. Just be prepared for the heat. It can get pretty intense. But hey, that's what the Bi Ahoy is for, right? That's fresh beer, brewed daily, and sold on street corners all over the city. Trust me, after a day of exploring, there's nothing better than pulling up a plastic stool on the sidewalk and knocking back a few cold ones with the locals. Speaking of locals, let's talk about customs. The Vietnamese are a proud and respectful people, so it's important to be mindful of their customs. Dress modestly when visiting temples and pagodas, and always remove your shoes before entering someone's home. And when it comes to food, don't be afraid to dig in. Vietnamese cuisine is all about sharing, so don't be shy about passing dishes around and trying a little bit of everything. Oh, and one last thing. Learn a few basic Vietnamese phrases. It doesn't have to be much, just a few words like Xin Chào, hello, Cam on, thank you, and Mot Bia Ahoy, oi, one beer please. Trust me, a little effort goes a long way with the locals. Alright, you've got your bearings, you're navigating the city like a pro. Now it's time to talk about the good stuff, the places that'll make your trip unforgettable. I'm talking about the must-see destinations, the hidden gems, the places that'll stay with you long after you've left. First up, we've got the War Remnants Museum. Now, this isn't for the faint of heart. It's a sobering, sometimes graphic look at the horrors of war, told from the Vietnamese perspective. But it's an important reminder of the human cost of conflict, and a testament to the resilience of the Vietnamese people. Next, we're heading underground, to the Cu Chi tunnels. This network of tunnels, stretching for miles beneath the earth, was used by the Viet Cong during the war. It's a claustrophobic, humbling experience, crawling through these tunnels, knowing that people lived, fought, and died in these cramped, dark spaces. Now let's lighten the mood a bit, shall we? No trip to Ho Chi Minh City is complete without a visit to Ben Thon Market. This sprawling market is a feast for the senses, a riot of colors, smells, and sounds. You can find everything here from fresh produce and seafood to souvenirs and clothing. For a taste of French colonial history, head over to the Saigon Central Post Office. This grand building with its soaring arches and intricate ironwork is still a working post office, but it's also a popular tourist destination. Just across the street is the Notre Dame Cathedral, another stunning example of French colonial architecture. This twin-spired cathedral is a beacon of peace and tranquility in the heart of the bustling city. For a taste of Vietnamese culture, head over to the Jade Emperor Pagoda. This Taoist temple is a riot of color and incense, with ornate carvings and statues of deities. And for a glimpse into the life of Ho Chi Minh, the father of modern Vietnam, visit the Ho Chi Minh City Museum. This museum houses a collection of artifacts and documents relating to Ho Chi Minh's life and work. Finally, No trip to Ho Chi Minh City is complete without a visit to the Mekong Delta. This vast network of rivers and canals is known as the Rice Bowl of Vietnam, and it's a world away from the hustle and bustle of the city. So there you have it, kids. Ho Chi Minh City, a city that defies definition, a place that will challenge, excite, and ultimately captivate you. It's a city of contrasts, where ancient traditions meet modern aspirations, where the past whispers through the walls and the future unfolds before your eyes. If you're looking for an adventure, a journey into the heart of Southeast Asia, a chance to experience a culture that's both ancient and modern, then Ho Chi Minh City is calling your name. Come wander its chaotic streets, savor its culinary delights, and uncover the stories that make this city so unique. But be warned, Ho Chi Minh City is not for the faint of heart. It's a city that will grab you by the throat and not let go, a place that will stay with you long after you've left. So come prepared to be amazed, to be challenged, to be changed.